We're here at A&M-Commerce, and we are judging mock trial competition today.
Today, you'll be seeing us put on a mock trial for the Criminal Justice Department. It's something that we've done a couple of times in the past, but this is by far the biggest one yet.
Typically, it's like a room full of 20 to 30 people, and now we have a whole auditorium.
All these people coming in now, it's just, I feel the anxiety just a little bit, but I get up there and I'll probably forget they're even in the crowd.
I'm a nervous wreck. You have major hitters today that I know if we mess up.
Having to demonstrate that they possess those skills in front of a live audience, which included, by the way, the Dean of the School of Law of A&M, that's very stressful.
Well, you can't really understand how a trial works till you've gone through one. And so going through mock trial is probably the best thing next to actually doing a trial.
It has been a part of my curriculum for the past 4 years since I've been here. And I just think it adds more authenticity to what they're doing.
With the mock trial, it's actually a little bit more nerve-wracking because we have an actual judge that's going to be presiding over the case.
Well, I'm judging their mock trial competition, and my background is criminal. I've been a prosecutor for 25 years. I guess what I bring is the criminal experience, the knowledge of the rules of evidence, criminal procedure, penal code.
An actor is just going to read a script. A judge is actually going to bring judgment to it. And so your argument is what's going to sway the judge, and so that puts the pressure on the students.
We have to make sure that all of the language that we use is correct and that we're not messing up.
The students have to learn the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence in particular. And so one of the most challenging things, I think, particularly for an undergraduate student, is sort of mastering these fairly complicated ideas and knowing how to object and manipulating those rules to get their story in front of the jury.
In mock trial, you can't wing it. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to study. You have to read. Like, one person not knowing their stuff makes the whole group look bad.
It is taking the textbook, as I say, and putting it in action. It's not just about reading, memorizing, and remembering. They have to know all of this before they can actually put on a trial.
I'm not sure I could list all the things they get from participating in mock trial versus a classroom. Classroom does not teach you to be a good lawyer. It teaches you to know the law. Getting in a courtroom and actually trying cases, that teaches you how to be a good lawyer.
I think doing mock trials, I get to learn the actual process. Instead of learning about the process, I put an action to it. So instead of just remembering different rules on witnesses and stuff, I actually have an action to remember it with. So it's a little bit easier to remember whenever I do decide to further my career.
Doing experiences like this as an undergraduate is what really prepares you to succeed in law school, right? So you're going to come into law school with an understanding of how the legal system works that's going to put you ahead of your classmates who didn't do this sort of thing.
The jury find the defendant not guilty to lack of evidence.
Oh, well, the experience it's always a learning experience. It's always good to learn.
I think today I learned a lot about just some of the procedures, because we did get corrected by the judge a few times.
If y'all watch the trial, don't just be intimidated by this. If you prepare for it, it's not that hard of a trial, but if you don't come prepared as we didn't, you'll see that it's going to be pretty ugly and rough for you.
This is a great time to go to law school and a great time to be a lawyer. There's vast unmet legal needs in our country. So families that make less than $80,000 a year effectively have no access to the legal system. So we need a lot more lawyers to solve the problems those people have. Getting more people to go to law school is an important thing to develop our society, to continue to build on that rule of law that's made us so successful.